Out to a CBS 12 exclusive. A student at Florida Atlantic University says he couldn't believe what he and his fellow students were asked to do by their instructor 3 weeks ago.
The student told us he was offended and says when he complained to the instructor's supervisor, he was suspended from class. CBS 12's Al Peffley joins us live from the FAU campus in Davie with more. Al?
Liz, the college student you're about to meet says he'll never forget what happened on this campus earlier this month. He says it was just plain wrong, it was offensive, and he feels the instructor in his class went too far.
I felt like my intelligence was insulted. That's what I felt like.
Ryan Rotella, a junior at Florida Atlantic University, says he came here to get a degree, not to get insulted by an instructor. But he says that's what happened in his intercultural communications class 3 weeks ago.
He said everybody write Jesus on bold letters. So what I did was I wrote Jesus just like this. And then afterwards he said everybody put it on the floor. So we took it out, put it on the floor, and he had us all stand up. And once we were standing up, he said stomp on it. And that's when I picked up the paper from the floor and put it right back on the table.
Ryan says he couldn't believe what the instructor was saying to the class.
I said to the professor, with all due respect to your authority as a professor, I just do not believe what you told us to do was appropriate. I believe it was unprofessional, and I was deeply offended by what you told me to do.
He says to stomp on the name of Jesus is repulsive.
Anytime you stomp on something, it shows that you believe that something has no value. So if you were to stomp on the word Jesus, it says that the word has no value.
Ryan says he's a Mormon and considers himself a very religious person. He says the instructor, Dr. DeAndre Poole, showed no remorse.
From that point on, I knew I had to do something about it, because I'm not going to be sitting in a class having my religious rights desecrated.
He says it's unbelievable that a college instructor would ask anyone to do this. 2 days later, he went to Dr. Poole's supervisor, FAU Associate Professor Noemi Marin, to discuss his concerns. Ryan says since the incident, he has been suspended from that class, and the associate dean told him not to go back.
And I truly see this as, I'm being punished. And like I said, I'm still waiting for an apology from somebody.
And FAU sent us a response by email saying, quote, faculty and students at academic institutions pursue knowledge and engage in open discourse. While at times the topics discussed may be sensitive, a university environment is a venue for such dialogue and debate. Meanwhile, the school would not discuss with us whether these teachers would be facing any disciplinary action. Live in Davie, Al Peffley, CBS 12 News.